ways I need to justify this overpriced coffee at Starbucks, because it's 35 RMB, I think, it's not cheap, is I learn Chinese. So I've been in China for 2.5 years now, and my Chinese is still pretty shit. Now, I can get away, I can order, a latte at Starbucks, give directions to taxi drivers, and I can say simple sentences and shop, things like that. But having everyday conversations for me beyond where are you from and what kind of hobbies do you like, what kind of food do you like, is still rather difficult for me. Now, my listening skills have gotten to the point where I can hear conversations between two Chinese people and know exactly what they're talking about. And that happens a lot to me in places like an elevator, where they they call me Lao Wai or Gui Lo here in Guangdong, or even just Megoren, and I know that they're talking about me, and I can understand a few adjectives, and I know what they're saying about me. And most of the time, it's very nice things. Sometimes it's not, but they don't know that I can understand what they're saying. But I can't express to them that I can understand. All I can do is kind of, when I hear something like, "Oh, what a handsome guy" or something, I can smile and maybe do a little chuckle, and then they realize, oh my God, he can understand us. But it's still a problem for me. So I'm trying to study some more. I'm really considering staying in China longer. I originally was going to come to China for just 1 year. I liked it so much I stayed a second, then I stayed a third, and at the end of this year I had to make a decision if I'm going to leave or not. If I decide to stay in China, it will be for a longer term. The original plan was to go to the Middle East and work there, mostly just for the money. It'd be a completely different lifestyle, one that I might be a little too old, I think, to engage in. So I'm gonna spend this summer really contemplating this idea of where I'm going to go and what I'm going to do next. In the meantime, though, I'm going to try and take advantage of my time here a little bit more. And this is just one book. I've got like 3 books. I've gone through 2 of them already. This is my 3rd one. A lot of it I've learned before, but I just don't practice it very much, and so it doesn't stick. So the more I do it, hopefully the more it sticks. Because this is, after 2.5 years, I should be further along in my Chinese ability, and it's a sticking point for me. It's something that I don't like about myself, so I need to really work on it. And I have struggled many other ways to learn Chinese. I mean, I've done the classes, I've walked around, I've talked to people, and I've even done the cliche thing. I had a Chinese girlfriend for a few months, and actually, as cliche as it is, that's the best thing you can do. Honestly, I learned more from her in the few months that we were together than I have in the last 2 years taking classes. Another crazy thing to think about is I'm a dyslexic language teacher. I don't fall back on that. I don't use it as a crutch, but that might have something to do with my struggles in learning languages. I mean, Spanish was very hard to learn. I still don't speak it very well. I took classes in high school, and of course I lived in LA and worked with Spanish-speaking people for a long time, so I picked up quite a bit. But Chinese is a whole different game.
These lines at the train station are so unfortunate, Again, I can reserve them online, but there's no reason to, because I still have to wait in this line with my passport. And even the entrance is all electronic now. They have facial scanning and, fingerprinting, and you just put your Chinese ID card down and you're in. But as a foreigner, I can't do that, so I still have to go find a policeman or a security guard to let me into the train station. He's got to look at my passport physically. And I guess there's so few of us, it's not really worth it, but okay. So it's different now. They changed the entrance for the Guangzhou to Zhuhai intercity railway. It's no longer upstairs in the main departure hall. Now it's on the arrival level, and it's got its very own little entrance and security. This is all new. Yeah, they wouldn't even let me go upstairs to the departure area, so I have to go here. Interesting. I guess the reason for it is it's no longer like a long distance train now. It's more like a subway, well, not a subway. It's elevated, but it's like almost like a commuter rail. There's standing room. They have no first class seats. So this is actually probably a good thing, I think. The only problem is now when I go to Guangzhou, I can no longer grab a Starbucks or eat a McDonald's upstairs. So that kind of sucks because there's no place to grab anything to eat or drink in this waiting room. This is interesting, but yeah, I'm sure it's a good thing. So this is very interesting. Apparently, in China, people are so used to just paying with WeChat money or Alipay that when the system goes down and they can't access the internet, they have to only accept cash. But they never accept cash, so they can't find the key to the cash register. It's very interesting. So their entire business at Burger King has been slowed down because of this.